in a world that is already falling apart. And honestly, it feels like humanity has already lost long before the real threat even shows up. For years, people have been struggling with poverty, constant wars, violent storms, and massive volcanic eruptions. One night, in complete darkness, Mary and her team of soldiers fire a flare into the sky, lighting up the battlefield for just a few seconds. And then, a chilling scream echoes through the air. It's not human, it's something else. These are the breakers, massive, terrifying creatures that crawled out from beneath the earth after everything collapsed. And the way they attack, it's brutal, fast, and completely overwhelming. Right from the start, you can feel it. This isn't just survival anymore. This is a losing war. Mary and her team fight back, risking everything just to hold the line. And the intensity of that moment really shows how dangerous these creatures are. Time moves forward, but the world doesn't get better. It just adapts to the chaos. Mary is still alive, now with her husband John and their daughter Willa. Because Mary is always out fighting, John takes care of Willa and teaches her everything she needs to survive. When Willa asks about the breakers, there's something unsettling in John's explanation. He tells her they're not aliens, which actually makes it worse. They were always underground, hidden. And when nuclear attacks shatter the Earth, it opens something called the Stitch, letting them out. That detail kind of hints at a bigger idea. Maybe humanity didn't just suffer the apocalypse, maybe they caused it. Willa doesn't want to hear about monsters. She asks for a hero story instead, something hopeful. So John tells her about Kodiak, a legendary warrior who supposedly killed 100 breakers with a single strike. It sounds exaggerated, almost like a myth, but the important part isn't the fight. It's what John says after. He explains that Kodiak's real strength wasn't his weapon, it was his hope. And in a world this broken, that idea actually feels more important than anything else. When Mary comes back home, there's a quiet shift in tone. She talks to Willa about flowers, animals, colors, things that don't even exist anymore. It's a small moment, but it hits hard because it reminds you just how much has been lost. Suddenly, the building starts shaking violently, and everything changes in seconds. Military trucks arrive, ordering everyone to evacuate immediately. The breakers are coming again, and you can feel the panic spreading instantly. Mary learns that soldiers have to separate from their families, which makes the situation even more painful. She leaves with her team, while John and Willa are sent away in a different truck. During the ride, tension builds in a different way. A man notices a scar on John and immediately assumes the worst, that he's infected. In this world, a single bite can turn someone into a hybrid, something in between human and monster. John tries to stay calm and tells them clearly that he's not infected. He even says that if he shows any sign, he'll end his own life. That moment is heavy because it shows how fear has completely destroyed trust between people. As the truck moves through dark, broken streets, distant explosions echo around them. To calm Willa, John goes back to the story of Kodiak, reminding her that hope matters more than fear. But just as things feel slightly stable, everything falls apart again. Gunshots, screams, and then silence. Suddenly, a massive claw tears through the side of the truck and drags someone into the darkness. It happens so fast that no one can even react properly. John realizes staying inside means certain death, so he escapes with Willa. But stepping outside only reveals something worse. The entire area is filled with chaos. Monsters are everywhere, attacking without hesitation. A child gets dragged away right in front of them, and the mother's scream makes the moment even more disturbing. They hide under a truck, barely avoiding detection. Just when it seems like they're about to be found, a soldier appears and shoots at the creature, but the bullets don't work. That's when John steps in and cuts the monster's head off. And then comes a powerful moment. The soldier removes her helmet. It's Mary. Somehow in all this chaos, she found them. But even this reunion is short-lived. Mary immediately tells them to run toward the forest while she stays behind to fight. You can tell this decision isn't easy for her, but she knows it's the only way to protect them. Willa doesn't want to leave her. She's crying, but John has no choice. He pulls her away, and that moment feels heartbreaking because it might be the last time they see Mary. By morning, John and Willa reach a beach where he had hidden a boat. For a second, it feels like they might actually escape. But then a desperate man shows up with a gun, demanding to come with them. And this is where things get really dark. John knows the truth. The boat won't hold 3 people. He takes the man aside, and we don't see what happens, but when he comes back alone, it's clear. That silent decision says a lot about how far he's willing to go to protect his daughter. They escape to a small island and live there for a year. Life becomes quieter, almost peaceful compared to everything before. But it's not normal, it's survival training. John trains Willa every day, teaching her how to fight, how to kill breakers, how to stay alive. And over time, Willa changes. She becomes stronger, more focused, and honestly a lot more hardened. It feels like she's growing up too fast, shaped entirely by violence and loss. One day, everything shifts again when Willa finds a girl named Rosie on the island. Rosie claims she escaped and swam there alone. Willa hides her and takes care of her, even sharing food and stories. It shows that despite everything, Willa still has compassion. She even tells Rosie the story of Kodiak, passing on that same hope her father gave her. But there's this uneasy feeling like something isn't right. The next day, Willa finds Rosie again, but something has changed. The cave is a mess, and Rosie is standing in the shadows. And then it hits. She's no longer human. Her injury got infected, and she turned into a hybrid. The moment is both shocking and tragic. Willa doesn't just see a monster, she sees her friend. Rosie attacks her, and Willa tries to escape, but she falls. Just when it looks like it's over, John arrives and tries to stop the hybrid. Bullets don't work again, so he uses his weapon and crushes its head, finally killing it. Willa is completely broken after this. Losing her only friend like that hits hard, but there's no time to process it. The noise has already attracted more creatures. They rush back, trying to escape the island. While running, they reach a large gap. Willa jumps across, but John stays behind because another hybrid appears, this time, Rosie's brother. John is injured and can't fight properly anymore. He tells Willa to keep going, but she refuses. This is a major turning point. For the first time, she chooses to fight instead of run. She attacks the hybrid and cuts its head off, but it keeps moving. She realizes too late that destroying the brain is what really kills it. John steps in and finishes it. But the situation keeps getting worse. Another hybrid approaches, and John is too weak now. Willa steps forward again, this time using everything she learned. She attacks with precision and destroys the brain in a single strike. It's clear now, she's no longer just a child. She's become exactly what this world forced her to be. She carries her father to the beach, hoping they can escape together. But then comes the moment that changes everything. John refuses to get on the boat. He shows her his wound. He's been bitten. He's infected. The realization hits instantly, and it's devastating. Willa refuses to leave him, but John knows what's coming. He reminds her that she's strong, just like her mother, and forces her to go. It's one of the most emotional moments in the story because she's not just losing her father, she's being forced to accept it. As she sails away, John begins to change. His eyes bleed, his body transforms. And then something even more intense happens. He comes after her. Willa grabs her weapon, ready to fight, but it's not just him anymore. More breakers appear, the mountain erupts, and everything turns into chaos again. At this point, it really feels like there's no escape. And just when it seems like this is the end for her, something unexpected happens. Soldiers arrive from the sea, attacking the breakers, and leading them is Mary. That moment hits with so many emotions at once. Shock, relief, disbelief. After everything Willa has been through, her mother is still alive. Together, they prepare to fight again. And that ending leaves a strong impression. The war isn't over. The danger is still there. But despite everything, loss, fear, destruction, hope is still alive.